Heather, would you please, I guess you're unmuted. Can you
I am
tell us about yourself and tell us your story, how you were, what your life was like before you started patching, how you discovered them, and
sure. I would
okay.
love to because it was my 50th year and it was a great year. As soon as I turned 50, I got shingles,
Oh,
I got COVID,
oh no.
stopped having my period.
Oh,
So I would assume that's menopause. So triple whammy when I turned 50. When I did get COVID, I did lose my smell and taste. So that lasted about 2.5 years.
whoa. Two and a
And
half years. That's a long time.
Well, it gets better. And a friend of mine sent me 5 days of patches. Now, this is 2.5 years in, and I said, of course, I'll try them for you. And I got them. I looked at the pamphlet and I put it on top of my dresser. So around that time, my skin started changing. So I started getting patches and they would turn into, big purple circles. And they kind of looked like ringworm, but it wasn't. I went to my dermatologist, had a biopsy, and it was granuloma annulare,
Okay.
and based off viruses in your body. So I went home and started researching different modal how I can treat this naturally, holistically. And the biggest one that came back was phototherapy, light therapy, targeted light therapy. And for some reason, a light bulb went in my head, and I said, "What are those patches?" I think it said phototherapy. So I went back home, I opened them up, read the pamphlet again, and I said, "Okay, now this is a year later. So this is 3.5 years. I'm going to do the patches." So I said, "I'll give it 5 days." And about the third day in, my husband and I were going to the farmer's market. And I had in Ohio, when it gets a little bit nice, you have the windows down because you've been inside so long, it's so gray. So my window was cracked, and I'm starting to smell. And
Wow.
I'm like, honey, can you smell that? Can you smell that? I rolled the window down, stuck my head out the window like a dog. I'm literally smelling the creek water, the mud, the grass, the air. I was smelling. I immediately called Laura and I said, "Laura, do these patches bring your smell back?" And she went, "Oh, honey, they do so much." And I went, "Okay, bye." Hung up on her, went to the farmer's market like a little kid, apples, pumpkin pies, all of it. Went home that evening. We sat on the front porch and I listened to Dr. Stacy and a couple other videos. And the next day I called Laura. I said, "I'm in, sign me up." So,
Yeah. And so those five patches she shared with you were that was over a year ago before you
oh,
opened them.
yeah, it was probably 3.5 years now. Yeah.
But I mean, they sat on where your refrigerator, I think you
My
said.
bedroom on top of my dresser.
Okay, were they what patches were they? Were they X39?
X39. That's it.
And they sat there for over a year.
Over a year. And when you lose something like smell, you kind of forget. You just go on with life and you forget. But when that came back, that drive to the farmer's market, I had my body was I was energized. I mean, I couldn't I I love the smell of mud. I mean, I'm like, who likes to smell creek water, right? Um, it was fantastic. It was amazing. So I've been with LifeWave now for 2 years in August, and I've seen so many wonderful, wonderful results on so many people, and it's just getting better and better every day. And my skin's getting better. So it's a pesky little,
Wonderful.
yeah.